I'm really inspired by your video. I think it's one of the first times I've seen on Facebook somebody trying to make a forward swing. Now what we're doing, you've got it down with using one arm and you're swinging the club backwards to forwards from the side of your chair, from the side of your setup position. But if you changed it to be on the forward side of your setup, at right angles to the line you want to play the ball on, and if you could manage to put a little more angle on your legs here, having a cushion on the chair, or the chair lifted a little, or a slightly higher wheel, whatever, so you just get a little more space here. If I put my knees up here, then what happens is that I can get in the road of my hands. If I can get the knees to be a little lower down and clear to allow myself to make a swing in this direction here. The power in the golf swing isn't from the hitting with your right arm, if you're right-handed. It's from the rotation of your body. Therefore, what we're doing is putting the center of turn and leverage in the center of our body. So if we can get a position here with a club that's got a flatter loft on it, so you can have it further away and you're still going to get the effect of lifting without causing hook or slice. Therefore, if we lifted the club up to be parallel with the ground, turned our forearms, and then shoulders to wherever you can go on your backswing, keeping your eyes fixed on the ball. And from there, simply rotate the shoulders again forwards, swing the club head with your wrists as you're doing right now with your right hand, keep turning round forwards to where you can go to, take your right hand off and keep turning. You're going to produce more speed and more control on the shot with you turning round forwards. And the same thing would apply if we use the driver. So we can take a driver and we can set ourselves up in the same idea. It wouldn't even matter here if your legs were higher up because you could put your tee higher. Therefore, if we go from here, we simply do exactly the same. We've got a much flatter swing, but we're making a swing on the same parallel line as we want to play the ball on. Therefore, you would simply just set up, turn backwards, and rotate forwards. If you have the good control you have now with your right hand on your left as you turn round, then we can make this very long forward swing, getting more body power into your movement. All of this depending on your ability. But then this is golf. Golf is a mental game played to your physical level. So we get ourselves on the chair, we set ourselves up to the ball with our iron club here, and we do exactly the same. Turn backwards, rotate forwards. If we can keep the same radius on both sides, then the club's on the same arc. And what we're looking for is to be on the same parallel line on both sides. So you simply turn backwards and rotate forwards. And you can see the ball is flying straight because it's bouncing off the ball and coming back to the green. That's for your longer game. For your short game, move the chair round now to being parallel. And this is how you are playing just now. The setting up, it looks like when you see from behind on your video, set up here and you swing the club backwards to forwards here. So you can see we get the good swing going forwards here. We shouldn't try to get too high because then that complicates what you're doing. we get a flatter, lofty club so that we can keep the club head on the correct angle as we make that swing. If you then try to do it from the other side, as I show you in a continuation of the video, because you inspire me a lot with your idea to go longer forwards with your swing. This is playing golf. Golf is a game of precision. It's a mental game that we play to the best of our physical ability. Therefore, we have to accept whatever we've got and get on with playing. So when it comes to making a putt, this is really quite easy because you set up your putter behind the ball and you can move it in a straight line here and putt the ball into the hole. This is not a problem. It becomes easier that we can get over the ball if we like, we can be more on an angle, but we simply have to move the shoulders backwards to forwards to roll the ball into the hole. Always making the forward swing longer than the backward swing. What I'd like you to do is let me know what your physical abilities are, i.e. can you put your legs down inside on the ground? We could then put a cushion underneath here and we can get a different angle here on which to play, which would allow you to putt in this direction also without having problems with the body. It allows you to make every other swing also. So when we go longer, we have to use the wrist to give us more speed. So if we go longer, to get more speed, we lift the wrists. Just exactly as you're doing right now with one hand. We go from here, we turn back, and we lift the wrists. When we use both hands, we have more control on the club head movement. Therefore, you can turn backwards, lift your wrists, depending where you can turn to. We have this position here. Then you would simply turn your body forwards here, use your wrist as you're doing now, but you're using both wrists. This one comes back also. You have leverage from this shoulder to the club head, and because you're turning your body, you move the leverage in to here, there. Then we can get up on this forward side here. This is what we're looking for. So, depending on what your physical ability is, then we can make things. I have had a lot of students that have only one arm, one hand, use of one side, and we work to make this forward side. When we're sitting down, it's the same thing. We have to work how to turn forwards. The problem being is that it depends on what our restriction is in turning. And every golfer has a restriction because every golfer wants to hit the ball. They talk about a follow through, which means you think to hit the ball first, then make another movement afterwards. When what I believe is that we should make one intentional movement from the start, backwards to forwards, exactly what you're doing in the video that you put on Facebook. Keep it up and let me know how you get on. All advice should be listened to, thought over. If you think it might work, you practice it to see if it'll work. You, the player, has to decide how you can get the club to swing better, with better control, with more speed, into the finish position. Making one movement that we call the golf swing. I hope I can be of help to you. Anything you want to know, just keep in touch. I admire you.